Hello, welcome to the Sideboard here at the StarCityGames.com Modern Open in Indianapolis, part of the SCG Tour brought to you by Ultimate Guard. I'm Nick Miller alongside Dan Musser here for a player spotlight. Hello. Dan, you're our first 12-1 player here in the Open, pretty much locking up a top 8 if the math holds.
Got to do the math first,
but you're playing Bant Eldrazi, a deck that you top 8'd the previous Modern Open with. But you kind of got talked out of playing the deck you wanted to last week in the team tournament when you were the Modern player.
It's a struggle. I was the Modern player with Shaheen Soorani and Daryl Ayers, Star City Games writer Shaheen Soorani. And Shaheen wanted me to play Bant Eldrazi because I had just top 8'd with it. And Daryl was like, play this Scapeshift deck because no one really is expecting Scapeshift, and Bant Eldrazi is just kind of like average. But I caved to Daryl, and I played that deck, and we got 5th, bubbled out of the top 4. It's really sad. And my record wasn't great. I was like 10-5 with the deck, and Daryl was like 1 loss in Legacy, and Shaheen was like 3 losses. So it might have been my fault, but I blame Daryl because I believed him.
Now, I think you got some weight behind your argument now when they try to skew you to a different deck. It's like you crushed it in Columbus last time we had an Open. Now we're in Indy, another dominant performance with the deck. I think they got to listen to you next time.
Shaheen's going to use this as bragging rights for sure. That he was right the whole time. He loved to be right.
Yes. All right, let's talk about the Bant Eldrazi deck. You know, a lot of people are skeptical of this deck. Some of the top pros like to talk down on it, but it's the second most popular deck here today in Indy.
Nice. I didn't know that. Like in day 2?
Yes.
Cool.
And it puts up good performances most of the time.
Yeah, it's a very average to like slightly above average deck. Like we were talking, I kind of compare it to a Jund or Abzan deck where you're just kind of like got some threats, got some interaction. You're kind of 55-45 against the field. I think this weekend, and especially against decks like Death Shadow, that I'm in a good spot. I like my Death Shadow matchup. I like my Eldrazi Tron matchup. Those things were kind of popular going into the weekend, I thought. So just decided to go back to Old Faithful and run it back.
Looks very good. Now, you're someone we've seen on the SCG Tour for quite a while now. You've been slugging away. You got a Legacy Open win with Miracles back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, you play all the formats fairly well. You know, what else does Dan Musser do in his free time other than play Magic?
I'm from Akron, Ohio, home of LeBron James in the Black Keys, I guess. This is like a 4-hour jaunt for me. Living in the Midwest is really good for Magic. You can travel literally 2 to 3 to 4 hours and go to every event. It's awesome. I have a master's in applied math, which I don't use anymore. I'm not a teacher anymore. I was teaching for a while, but my friend opened a card store about 5 years ago, and I kind of operate that. It's very non-traditional though. We really just have an online business and nothing really through this brick and mortar store. Very, very minimal.
Want to plug that or anything else that you do
it's called
content-wise?
Darium's CCGs. We have a YouTube for Pokemon. I know you're not here for Pokemon, but we have a YouTube for Pokemon called Darium's Pokemon. It's got 190,000 subscribers, and we should hit 200K at the end of the month. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
We just open a lot of booster packs for the children to watch, and they dig it. They love it. Played a little bit of the game. It's hard. It's not as easy as it looks. It's like playing combo decks in Magic. You just draw your whole deck every turn. So that's not very easy. Well, that's pretty much it. I have a house, work there, and play Magic on the weekends.
What are your kind of ambitions and goals here in Magic? I know you've played for quite a long time, you know, the Grand Prix and the SCG Tour circuit. So
I have like a silver level status right now in the non-SCG place, you know. I'm not really banking on getting silver again. It was kind of, I top 8'd a Grand Prix, and then I kind of ran decent for the rest of the season. But I don't really have, I think I said this in an interview with Mark, who does the mothership. I don't really play to like make money or to just try and win every tournament. I play for just to see my friends and to meet new people, and I like to travel. Lets you see cool places. You guys need to do some more overseas events because those are sweet. But getting to go to Hawaii or Dublin or Australia or Japan, any of these places is like what I kind of play the game for. And then see my friends.
All right, you got to see a lot of them this weekend.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of them last weekend, including
Yeah, it's been
your teammates that ribbed you the whole time.
Yep. That was an article, I think. I'm mediocre Musser or something, right? Is that what Shaheen said?
Shaheen likes to say a lot of things.
Yes,
so.
he does. Yes, he does. He has a YouTube channel too. It's got 9 subscribers. Mine's way better.
That was worth it. If anything, we just made the interview right there. Well, you're pretty much locked for the top 8 as long as things go straight. How do you see the rest of the tournament going, and how do you like your deck in the field?
So I like my deck in the field. That's why I chose it. I like playing against the Death Shadow decks. They're doing quite well, so that's pretty awesome. I don't want to see like a burn deck, but I don't see very many of those. I don't know what the percentage of that in day 2 is. Aside from that, Tron's a little scary, but I've drawn my Ghost Quarter a lot, which is great. I don't know. I think the tournament's going to look good if like Dredge is up here still. I'm a little scared. Maybe Ad Nauseam's kind of scary. Quick combo decks. I think I'm allowed to like draw, win or lose. I think that's how the math is going to work. So I'll probably draw this next round if my opponent is allowed to.
Sure.
And then play if I want to look at the seeding, like if seeding matters, if I can't lock first with another draw or something like that. So
all right.
I think that's where I'm going.
Well, you've put on a great run. Hope to see you in the top 8. Thanks for joining me here in the sideboard, Dan. Stay tuned to StarCityGames.com all weekend long for the action here in Indianapolis.
Nick Miller.